composite pavement. We can go for a micro-surfacing also for arresting of crack. Under the conclusion, if we go for a composite pavement, it is a high growth of traffic. If it is there, it will survive. Wherever weak subgrade is there is a failure of the road, environmental clean, conservation of natural material, earning green carbon credit, better traffic, and total transportation cost is less. Thanks, sir. Thank you. Now I am making another presentation on behalf of Ultratech. I have been invited for the presentation on white topping. Now reverse, whatever I have spoken under this presentation, we have to reverse. So I am acting as a glue for flexible and rigid. Now I am saying we should put white top over the black coat. Now cases are different, sir. In the first case, it is only for repair or strengthening. In the first case, it is only for repair and strengthening, not for new payment, sir. But on stabilized layer, we can go for new. Now, what is white topping? For sustainable roads infrastructure, top layer thickness generally is 50 to 200 mm. Grade of concrete is in the picture also, you can see that is a composite I have made. My name, we have put black top. So when some concrete is put over it, black top, it is a composite pavement. The photograph which is shown bottom, first we did white topping at Pune Municipal Corporation in 2003. That road is still working today. Only 125 mm thick on the black top, and it is working today only on 40 grade concrete, no sealant, no polythene sheet, no tie bar, no double bar, no polythene sheet. That road is still working today. After that, I think Bongirwar Sahab was involved in many white topping projects in Thane, or I think Jain Sahab has also done good study. Why we did at Bangalore-Mysore Expressway, the reason was the vertical clearance in the bridges. Wherever you have a bitumen road, there is a bridge. Vertical clearance is 5.5 meter or so. So every 6 years, if you are going for the strengthening, your vertical clearance is going on reducing. So this Bangalore-Mysore Expressway was a very old road. So the gap is quite on reducing. So there we have dismantled and made the white topping there. So I'll show you. So white topping is a solution where frequent rutting or cracking is there. Placement of cement concrete on the top of black top. That is why its name is white top. You have to top white in color, existing is a black top. So this is white topping. Wherever poor drainage is there, weak subgrade, there is a leveling problem, then only we should go for a white topping. Otherwise, we should go as conventional. Wherever we going rigid, flexible. Under these problems, we can go for white topping is a closely spaced concrete road over hot mix asphalt road. After milling, because the life of bitumen is roughly 6 to 8 years, the bitumen gets oxidized. If you will, without milling, if you will do strengthening work, so the weaker material will remain within it. So generally we mill it 50 mm, then we put a pavement quality concrete. What is the need of white topping? Because in Delhi, I think in many states, there is a ban of hitting of bitumen in the capital. Most of the metro city, there is a ban of hitting bitumen. So we can't use totally cold mix technology. There is a ban on mining also. There is a less quantity of aggregate. Bitumen mix brought from very long distances. So if we go for a black top, it becomes cool. More chances of pothole formation, vertical clearance, level problems. This is the need we go for a white topping under these. Now if we go for a white topping, top there is a compression, bottom tension, then compression, then tension. If you get a bond between the bitumen and a concrete, you will have only on the top compression, and bottom you will have only the tension. You can reduce the thickness. If you see the stress diagram, your thickness can be reduced. What is the salient feature of white topping? Joint spacing is 8 to 10 times the thickness. In the conventional pavement, joint spacing is 15 times. If thickness is 300, joint spacing will be 15 times, is 4.5 meter. In the white topping, joint spacing is 8 to 10 times. More transfer of load due to the underlying layer. So we cut 1 meter so that concrete road should behave like a flexible. To make compatibility with the flexible, we make cut every 1 meter so that total load should be transferred to the bitumen layer. So minimum requirement for white topping is bituminous layer must be 75 mm, or if you check BBD deflection, Benkelman beam deflection, it should be around 1 millimeter. If it is a structurally fail, we should not go for a white topping. Advantage, because less quantity of concrete is used, so heat of hydration is less. Improve ductility because we use fiber, because we have to make compatible with bitumen. So fiber is a must in white topping. Otherwise, it will be brittle. Ease of placement and consolidation, lesser thickness, you can compact very easily. Higher thickness, improvement in bond helps in the use of less and less aggregate. If you get a very good bond, you can reduce about more than 50% thickness, more than 50%. You can imagine the saving of aggregate and the cement. This is the first road, as has been told by Shri R.K. Jain Saab. This is Coast Road, first road constructed by Sher Shah Suri, oldest road, concrete road. It was constructed in 1542. Now on this road at many places composite pavements is there. So its name become Coast Road because every coast there was this minar. If you see the condition of this minar, this was constructed in 1542. If you see, it is looking to be like it is constructed only the last year or so. Now our first we had a concrete road manual, Bombay-Pune Expressway was constructed in 1938 using this paver. Speed was 6 feet per minute. So it is given in the concrete road manual, its cost is 6 anna. 16 anna was 1 rupee. This is the Bombay Road, Matunga, Bombay. It was constructed in 1960. It was a composite pavement. In the code it is written, it is 124 100 mm, then 124 136 bonded. Composite pavement. If you see the bottom is ferry road, it is written heaviest traffic road, and if you see the traffic only 2 or 3 vehicles in 1960. Then sir, Jainsa was the in charge of this 1991 to 98. They had hard shoulder, concrete road mixed with bitumen. So we are going together every time with concrete and bitumen both. Then we have Bombay-Pune Expressway in 1998 to 2002. Then Yamuna Expressway started in 2003. Due to plant cutting another, it started on 2009 and we completed in 2011. It took 3 years. Cost is 11,000 crore of Yamuna Expressway today. Now, where shall we go composite? Where shall we go white topping? If we see the difference, flexible pavement have low flexure strength. Its E value is 3000. That also at 25-degree temperature. Concrete pavement has a E value 30,000. Then low life, concrete road has a higher life. No thermal stresses in the bitumen road because there is no temperature gradient. So we don't cut joint in the case of bitumen road. In the case of rigid pavement, there is a temperature difference, there is a curling of the slab. So we cut the slab every 4.5 meters. So in bitumen, joints are not needed. The main advantage of bitumen road is you can open the traffic after 24 hours. If you go for a rigid pavement, you have to have a patience of 28 days, then only you should open the traffic as per IRC code. Practically, it may be opening after. Now, regarding composite, what is the difference? If we go for a composite, means hot mix asphalt over rigid, 80% stresses comes on the rigid pavement, 20% stresses comes on the toe. If we just reverse it, it will become a white topping. If simply we reverse the section, your 80% stresses will be taken by the white topping, 20% stresses will be taken by the bottom layer. This is the road I have shown you, 125 mm thick, 20 meter length. How we construct white topping? Existing bitumen road is milled 50 mm. Surface is broomed with compressed air, covered with a cement slurry. After drying, it becomes white in color. So heat absorption is less. Covered with a cement slurry to reduce heat and bonding. Thickness of PQC, generally we have 75 mm to 180 mm. Minimum grade M40. Joint spacing 1 meter by 1 meter. No need for sealant. No need for polythene sheet. No double bar, because when thickness is less than 200, IRC code never suggests for double bar. So we can save steel also. So we started in 2003 in CRRI also. How we construct white topping in CRRI? If you see the corner, this was the condition of the campus road in CRRI. We did experiment from CRI. After brooming, if you see the surface very rough, then we use needle vibrator, just conventional concrete. Bottom is a black top. Top method is same as construction of rigid pavement. This is the construction of a road. Then in CSIR Ghaziabad also we constructed. If you see, we evaluated that road also. At that time FWD was not there. Later on we use FWD also. How much curling is taking place? We put dial gauge at the corner and we have checked curling. It was less than 0.1 millimeter. Curling of the slab at the corner was less than 0.1 millimeter. So we use falling weight deflectometer also. We have about 23 specification there. If you see everyone, there is a deflection of hardly 0.2 millimeter. By 10-ton load, the deflection is only 0.2. We use 4-ton load, 5-ton load. When thickness is 75 only, then deflection is 1.1 millimeter because it is compatible with flexible. Then, sir, we constructed Bangalore-Mysore Expressway. This is the white topping. The original section was total hot mix was 270. 130 was bituminous concrete. DBM was 140. Granule layer was 320. There was heavy cracking due to overloading. There was settlement at many places in Bangalore-Mysore Expressway. Dr. Kadiali was the designer for this stretch. I was supervision consultant. We constructed this roads. We did BBD deflection. It was coming 1 to 1.8. CBR of the soil was 7%. Axle load we have taken 18 ton. So 9 ton wheel load we designed. It was 12 kilometer length. It started in 1980, sir, when the Chief Minister was Devgowda, sir. So at that time it was planned. You see how much time it has taken to start a project due to this environmental clearance and other thing. What was the reason of white topping here? Now embankment is stable. After white topping, strong impermeable base it has become now. It can take overloading. GIG saving because 270 mm bituminous layer we have removed and used. Required vertical clearance, that problem has been solved. So this is the cross section we have gone for. Already I had explained you. If they go as a conventional method, they have to make 350 mm same load. So in place of 350, we put only 180 mm thick. If we use as a go for a conventional method, because in the contract it was written rigid payment, 350 M40 grade with double bar, with tie bar, with polythene sheet, with sealant, we have deleted that portion. We went for 180 mm. Dr. Kadiali was the expert in this. So we did as per IRC-SP 76. This was the case. If you see the vertical clearance, if you see on the top, sir, there is a damage by the vehicle of the structure. So that is why we can't go every time overlay. So we finally thought, why not we go rigid white topping? Its life is 40 years. So if you see, this is the road where we have used stabilizer also. Just 2-3 minutes. So we have used milling machine also. We have put cement slurry for that one. This is a construction photograph of that is called link road from Bangalore to Mysore. I think today I have seen just 2 months back, very nice. There is not even a single panel crack. And that 180 mm thick as compared to 300 on all national highway. So these are the construction photographs also. If you see there, we have used, sir. This is the floater we have used. We have used paver. Means white topping is done with a paver, 180 mm thick. This is a curing compound manual we have used. Curing compounds, joint cutting also manual because depth required was very less. Brooming also we did 3 mm wide, 4 mm depth, just 20 mm center to center. These are construction photograph, joint cutting also. This is the final photograph of that white topping. In case of heavily damaged road, already I have told you, crack arresting layer. We can go for a crack arresting layer. Micro surfacing also we can use. Thank you, sir.
Some essential clues by Sapna and Mittal. Road Development Plan for New State to Telangana by P. Ravinder Rao. Improvement version of BHP HMP regarding heating stone aggregate by using hot air generator instead of burner
Sir, the
by
question is
Chandrasekhar
to
Rao. Presentation of paper design of eco-friendly sustainable roads. Some essential clues. If authors are here, please come and present. If not, we will proceed to the question and answer session.
May I, sir?
Jain,
Question
please.
is to Madam. Sir, this is regarding permeability. We are glad such a paper has come. I have been making experiments on this permeability. This is very important for drainage for both type of payments. Now my question to respected Madam is, which one is suitable, whether type 3 or type 4 for drainage, vis-a-vis the rainfall? That is very important. Rainfall below 1000 mm per year is scanty, above that it is mediocre, then high. So that is one area where you have to do it. Secondly, the results, I have gone through your paper very seriously. The results of vertical and horizontal are very much different. Then the combination of 3 and 5, it gives permeability as much as 2200 something. Madam, believe me, it is very, very, very difficult to compact that sort of thing. So compaction level has also to be seen. I got one road done, and even at 300, compaction is very difficult. So we adopted some measures that should also be brought in. Secondly, Satyendra, I correct you, it was not 2003. I brought this technology to India, white topping, in 2004. And then in 2005, you constructed those channels. So this correction...
Yes, Dr. R.K. Jain was the originator of white topping. When he went to USA, he brought some code on white topping. So this was the starting of white topping.
And then we developed our own code. So that correction to the house must be known. Then then your perception that no joints, no joint feeling, let me share with the house, it is very dangerous. We must fill in, on one side we are caring for drainage. On other side we are leaving 5, I got those measured now. The measurements are with me, this is 6 mm wide. We are leaving 6 mm wide, 6 mm channels, water to go in. So I discussed with Dr. Pandey, and we are putting in the code that sealing is a must. So these were the things. Rest we can discuss in open house sometime. Thank you very much. Will we further widen them? Pardon? Further widening is required, or within the 3 within 3 you can do by gun grade. Okay. By gun grade, but by by rubbing it with the 80 number iron, this sandpaper, so that it is roughened. Then with the gun grade you can do it. The aspect ratio, this aspect is now gone. So these are the things, sir. We are bringing so many new codes in rigid pavement, and all these things will find place. Madam, you help us. I will write to you vis-a-vis this permeability, visible rainfall. Thank you.
Sir, just want to answer your... Sir, as I mentioned, as you also said, that rainfall intensity is very important, and we have actually conducted or simulated the rainfall in the field. That is for the large-scale model, and we have collected some results by simulating the rainfall intensity also. So the results, the analysis part is being done, and very soon we will be presenting that also. Like we'll be submitting as a paper with respect to the rainfall intensity. Yes, sir.
We will put in the code.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Yes, sir. Definitely we will do that.
Next year,
Right. Right, sir. Sure, sure. Thank you for the suggestions, sir.
Good evening to you, everybody, distinguished panelists and the delegates. I am sharing my field experience. The learned author, Ms. Kavita, she has put question marks on her discussion part 2. Second, the question mark is whether this gravel and some locally available materials should be used as GSP materials. With my personal ground experience, I suggest no, not at all. Because you can't get 100% non-plastic gravels in our country. You can find in some part of our country, particularly central India, but not all part of the country. So there are chances of pilferage, intentional or unintentional, particularly in low-cost roads. I found at site what happens. Now I am coming to permeability. Because of horizontal permeability. The poor grading of this subgrade, which is drainage layer, a film of plastic materials is formed after compaction and which made it impervious. And I found lot of water accumulated because I tested after completion of the road, that is bituminous work also done. So water was trapped, it was not getting in a place, and sufficient water, about 2, 3, 4 centimeter, or even you go and excavating, it will be coming out and coming out. So the permeability is very, very important for drainage layer. And we should avoid as far as possible. Otherwise, that is the cause for early distress of the pavement. So, madam, your question is solved because of practical knowledge. Now, I will request Professor Satendra, what should be the thickness? What should be the thickness, minimum thickness required for over the rigid pavement or vice versa? Because minimum thickness is required based on the what should be the minimum thickness required over the concrete pavement with the flexible layer? Because minimum thickness is required, some minimum thickness, because he has told the it is wearing course. So wearing course should not be less than 4 centimeter of asphaltic concrete. Okay? What should be the, please, I am asking. So please, we will discuss, I will come there. We will discuss sufficiently about the pavement, whether it is the rigid or flexible. And then, what should be the minimum thickness of concrete layer over the flexible pavement? Minimum thickness required. What will be the cost? If we go for the 20 centimeter, then cost will increase. Part 2 of this, by using of the geogrid, whether how far it is possible to arrest the reflective cracking. Reflective cracking. Thank you, sir.
May I request Mr. Bongivar, sir, just to please. So he will reply his answers, his questions. After that, get question quickly.
I am Bongirwar. We have recently amended the SP 76 code for white topping. Earlier, we used to do the white topping mainly for the urban roads, where it was the volume of the traffic was very low. Looking to the successful experiment of Bangalore Ring Road, where the volume of traffic of commercial vehicle is almost 10,000 commercial vehicles per day.